What the public doesn't know is when you're building a company, you're working with people, right? These people become your colleagues. Like people who've come in as interns have grown up to become senior engineers, right? And when the company goes down, the first thing that you have, for me, it was, I've already let these people down, right? I sold them on an idea, because to maintain engineers, you always have to tell them, you know what, the future is great. I know why I'm doing this. These people have been with you through thick and thin, right? So the thing that really made it very hard for me, and it was a very big struggle for me, is, facing the engineers that have stuck with me for that time. Someone is like, I want to leave. I've gotten a better job somewhere else, right? But you're telling them, stick with me. Even though I'm not giving you that higher pay, I want you to stick with me because I know where we're going. So that bit of letting people down was really tough.
In Africa, do you think failure is treated differently, than what probably would happen whether you were in Europe or in the Silicon Valley?
Potentially, I would say yes. And it might come with the fact that at Sendy we are really privileged to be able to get that funding, right? Mm-hmm. So, and getting that funding is really hard, because from an African perspective, for you to prove that I'm worthy to get that funding, it takes a lot of convincing people and people really trusting in you.
And for those that didn't know, in total, how much did Sendy raise?
We raised upwards of about $20 million.
Okay.
That is cumulatively up to that point. I think up to that point it was about $26 million or so.
Okay.
You are seen as the representative of the African continent and what it can do, right? It feels like you're carrying the belief of everyone behind you. So failure really hits hard, because then one of the things you're worried about is, are we creating a bad perception of African startups so that we can't go beyond a certain point? So the judgment and the critique is more because we were the pioneers.
If I will share my experience, so I think the time when I started picking the news that Sendy might go down, I was like, I couldn't believe it, because I had not known the brand for so long.
Yeah.
And then when I got to know it, I was wowed to see that, okay, these guys have actually built this machine. And the way I think about solutions for the continent's problems, I'm very big on infrastructure, networks. So when I see people having built some, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Then I think, was it not long after then, Market Force happened. So it was like, okay, something is a bit right. off. Is this by design? What's really happening? But then much later, when I went back, maybe it's also the skills fall off. And then I looked at the reality of the businesses, the business model and all that. Then I was like, So maybe to piggyback on that for my next question is, for you, was there a time when you felt like, okay, you've built a great business from an engineering point of view, everything, the logistics, everything was working well, but was there a point where you said, okay, this thing might not work just because maybe the unit economics are not looking right?